and interesting to see what he does here.
Yeah, so he missed the blue there, and so that's the end of his turn. So it gives Josh a go. So Josh's yellow is up by the the second hoop. So he's got long shots no matter which way he goes here.
He certainly has. But he's a handy shot, Josh, not to be taken lightly in any event.
That angle just previously almost showed that red might have a double with blue and black, though it would be horrible to take with the black on the border.
Yes, he did.
So he's not even interested.
No. He'll be looking to connect here and then be able to go down and start that break.
And it doesn't look as though he hit. It was a bit difficult to see on that shot that I've got.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. It would have been a great start for him.
So I might leave you until a bit later on in the afternoon. So good watching, Rosie and Ed, and I'll catch you then. Ed, you're still on?
Thanks, Tim. Yep.
Thanks, Tim.
Good day's play so far, so we'll look forward to hearing from you later.
All right.
So Lachlan looks to be taking the aggressive option and shooting with black again to continue his break.
Clearly he's got some good plan there, Ed. Unfortunately, it hasn't come off. And looks like it might be Josh's opportunity here to, with all those balls out nicely in the lawn, to get something going.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. 7-yarder, and then he's either got a ball into the lawn or on the boundary, whatever he's keen on to get started. It's still a bit of work to do. Two balls nice and close to each other to get an easy rush to hoop one, and then there won't be a nice load at hoop one. The only real hope that he can get is a good rush on black a long way south to get that up to 2 going to blue. Now it does look like he's taking the aggressive option.
Aggressive shot. I was wondering exactly when you were talking. I was thinking, I wonder if he's going to take that aggressive shot just to make that start fractionally easier for himself. It's not a huge amount easier, as you say, because he's, oh my Lord, excuse me. Oh, okay. So some interactive play now, I assume, for a wee while.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of an odd one. You really would like to hit that if you're taking that shot on, because it is a bit more high risk, high reward. Where obviously missing to your partner on the boundary, you don't have this situation where Lachlan gets an easy shot.
Correct. But, maybe it's indicative of, and agree, but maybe it's indicative too of Lachlan's earlier play today, in which he was, from what we hear, very aggressive very early, and it sort of reaped rewards for him. Game 3 though, but makes a difference.
Likewise from Josh, maybe feeling that pressure of Lachlan playing well to try and generate something a little bit more challenging.
I agree.
But it's not all wrapped up from Lachlan here either. He needs to have a good roll down.
As you say, and it's not an easy shot, although he's clearly got the heft to do it, but it's not an easy shot. that's handy. That'll do. Red's
Yeah,
wayward,
getting
but
rush is the most important thing there for sure. So
yeah,
it's quite a good shot. Yep.
And yellow's nice and handy up at one back as well. I mean, it's sad that it's not probably going to come into play early, or not sad, but not opportune. But it's there. It's in the mix. I'm going to have to go hunting for it. A half decent rush out of this after this hoop, and we're and he's on his way, hopefully, for him. Ouch.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. He's got the rush out south, which is where he needs it.
Correct.
You know, all the balls are in the lawn. This is a pretty good opportunity to pick up a break here. I really like how much easy power he's got in his shots. You know, quite a long mallet handle, and he doesn't overhit the ball, but he's got plenty of power from a really nice, free swinging swing.
Yeah, it does. It looks effortless, doesn't it? It really, really does. Blue's not interesting to see where black's ended up, really. And what sort of a leave would you be looking at, Edward? If you were, if this is you, what's your go-to leave in this particular situation? You're playing Josh Wilson. What's your go-to leave?
Well, at this point, I'm definitely focusing on getting through my next few hoops, and then evaluating once I've got the court a little bit better laid out and under a bit more control. You know, obviously Josh is on 1-1, so probably from here I'm just looking at a diagonal spread really, or a horizontal spread. Nothing too crazy. You know, as long as you know you're playing well, you're able to peel. So there's no need to attempt something more difficult than
that was unlucky.
He's just knocked off the peg there.
He has.
So he's got a little bit more of a long dribbler, and he'll be either taking off behind the hoop or heading up to yellow.
Oh my goodness!
Rolled past that one.
Yeah, and speaking about your leave, it was interesting. You know, the last time Fulford was in Australia and was talking about the current fashion of leaves in Australia at that time, which were 2-3s and which were two tight 2-4s and warm standard leaves and all sorts of stuff. He made the comment that when he was out there, he was doing spreads, nice tight spreads, good spreads. And I said, why aren't you doing anything fancy? And he said, because I'd prefer to just triple straight out for my next turn. So his attitude was the easiest leave for himself to get going, to get that triple going. All the rain's coming down now, and it was predicted.
Yep. Yeah, pretty standard for Canley as well. You're never really turning up, no matter what the season. You know, expecting it to be dry the whole time. So these guys will both have their wet weather gear ready to go. You see Josh walking out in. Has he put anything off, or is he just? No,
he seems to have some sort of a cute duster's coat going. It is a little bit fashion forward, Josh, in terms of croquet, the normal standards of croquet, with his bucket hat and his vintage blue Adidas trackies. So, it looks like he's got some sort of a duster coat happening there, wet weather coat. Oh, we can even hear the wind. Hear the wind there in the earphones. So here we go. Oh, missed it on the left.
Another miss.
Yep.
So a good panoramic shot of Canley at the moment. Oh, as we go back down to our zoomed-in camera.
You see Trevor up the back there, looking like he's on a nice break.
Yeah. Trevor in play. It looks like towards the end of his break, saw him running hoop 4 earlier. So that was
lovely.
3 back. So he'll be setting for a leave.
Excellent.
And another, cleaner game than slightly earlier. Obviously, they were 9 and 9. So started off quite high quality, but ended, with a bit more of a tussle.
Well, he'll be happy about that.
The state of play in this game as well. Bit of a tussle. Lachlan's had the run of it, but there's been no really quite clean breaks to play yet.
Well, Lachlan appears to be toughing it out in his normal kit. Rain and cold. They make him tough in Traralgon, I hear.
Yeah, wow, I couldn't do that.
Me either. Yes, viewers will be deceived by the weather conditions, by the players' attire. Lachlan dressed the way he is and everybody else hunkered down for the winter. So he hasn't got that load up there anymore at 1 back. Because of where the camera angle is, well, where will he be going back to? I know yellow's over on the other boundary, but where is red?
Red's over near Rover. So looks like he'd be taking this rush.
Little 2-ball.
Straight to 1 back, and that's a tough little position. So tough to get in front of the hoop, and then, your chances of getting a rush out of it are very low as well. And this hoop also can have some issues just in front of it.
Yeah. I think he might be going over to get the yellow.
Oh, that's a great shot. So, in the hoop there, hasn't given away a lift either.
I think it might be clear, but with a bit of wire.
Is that through?
Right. I think that's just through. Or not. No, he's putting a clip on it. Sorry. I thought I could see a little glint of that outside leg, as before when he was looking. But the ref's come up to confirm. Mike Conn, out and about today, referee.
Many familiar faces around Canley.
100%. Well, as you say, it's probably lucky for him that he didn't actually go through and then have a wide position on the blue, now having not given away the lift.
So, Josh, tough shooting game so far. Let's see how he goes with this one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's missed again.
He doesn't, although we're not probably have the best angle, he doesn't really appear to be missing by a huge amount and always fractionally left. I know we always talk about that, don't we, when we're just whiskering things left and right and what we have to do to adjust. But it could be something as simple as the wind when they're that close.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, and, when you haven't really connected with a couple, you can be out of rhythm and just be mistiming it slightly.
Yes.
That's all it takes to, they're not easy shots to hit. they're still, you know, he hasn't really had many short ones. I know one 7-yarder, but that's still in the context when you haven't been on the lawn can be quite a difficult shot to play.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry, I've been corrected. I've confused Lachlan with an earlier player and said that he was from Traralgon. He's actually from MCC. I think that's the Melbourne Croquet Club, is it not? Or have I got those initials incorrectly? Oh, we're looking at the sky. So sorry about that, Lachlan. Nice crisp rush from Trevor in the background. We could all hear. Nice sound.
Yeah, not sure if he's that's post leave or where he's up to, but clearly
I think his leave was missed, and I think he's on his his way over to Hoop 1. And there's Claire.
Yep.
So it's great camera today, and the sun appears to be out again. As you say, we love
classic
Melbourne
Ken
and
Lee.
we love Ken Lee.
Righto, that's not a bad rush. He's within 3
and
yards
as
of
you
the hoop.
say, effortless. He did not appear to hit
Yeah.
that overly hard, and I would almost have said, oh, it's going to be a little short, but no, effortless. Got there nicely.
Yeah, very nice swing for sure. And as you mentioned earlier, you know, attempting his GC, we do have the Australian GC men's and women's championships on. So they're being played in Adelaide right now where I am, and I might go spectate some of that today. So it'll be worth anyone online keeping up with the scores of that one. There's a lot of very good players
there've been some.
playing.
There is. There's been some good upsets too. Some really keeping the players, the highly ranked players, on their toes, which is always fun in these events. And there's been such a good roll up for that. 100 odd players playing in the men's and the women's today, which is just sensational.
Yeah, it is. It's really bright for croquet. Being able to have participation like that in national events is really good. And, you know, there are plenty of quality players there as well. Sorry, Rosie.
What's your observation? I was just going to say, Edward, what's your observation? I mean, much was made of the fact that the 4 finalists in the recent World's GC in the UK were all top AC players. And I know AC, you know, it's always a gentle jibing between AC and GC, but like you and like me, most of us play both. And we try to play as high level as we can. So what did you make of that, and how do you think going forward, maybe the Egyptians, who've always been seen to be the strength in GC, how they might answer it?
Look, I think as you mentioned, a lot of us try and play at a high level. I think that's just the nature of playing competitive croquet. You know, you really want to be the best you can be, and if that means there's another sport that you can play at a high level, then I can't imagine any of us would turn that down. You know, I know Robert, who, as you say, is or has traditionally been predominantly association croquet based, who made it to the semis. You know, he really wants to win a golf croquet world championship. That's something that he's driven to do, and fair enough.
100%.
If you know, have the ability to be a world champion or play for your country in a sport, why wouldn't you? And you know, croquet does open that up to a lot of people. So it is, yeah, a natural thing if you a competitive person, as you're saying, most of us are, that if there's another sport that you're good at, whether it be, transitioning from golf croquet to association croquet or vice versa, then a lot of people are into that. And, maybe that's where the Egyptians may in future evolve to start playing a little bit more association croquet.
That's what I was hoping that it may indicate, because most of us find, I think, that in the early days we thought it might hurt our AC game, and what we found is it just makes you, it actually gives you more lawn time and makes you stronger, really, in different ways, and it forces you to be flexible and learn different sorts of strengths. So,
exactly. Both games complement each other quite well. You gain some control from association croquet, and you gain power and accuracy from golf croquet, which both help in each game. So we've just moved lawns now. We're currently watching Trevor Bassett in break in what looks to be a triple peel. He's up to hoop 6 in pretty good control, going to blue. So this is quite a good one to watch. He's going to be rolling blue to peeling position, going to red.
Hi, Rosie and Ed. It's Trish here.
Hi, Trish.
Good day. How are you going?
Very well. Unlucky about the game just previous against Trevor. Looked quite close in the end there.
I'm pretty rusty, so I think Trevor really enjoyed it. He gave me too many turns too.
Well, you still had to do something with them, Trish, and you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've been getting better each tournament I come to. So this is my 3rd since my hip replacement.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Well, that's brilliant.
And how are the lawns playing out there? What's the state of play at Canley like currently?
They're pretty quick, Ed. With that little bit of rain, that slowed them down a bit. But I think now that the sun's out and there's a bit of wind, I think that really will speed up. But the wind's having a bit to do with some of the shots. If you hit softly, the wind takes it. But I did enjoy that game with Robert, with that amazing comeback. I thought that augured well for the MAC. And congratulations to you also for getting a spot in the MAC team.
Agreed. Well done. It's going to be great, Edward.
Yeah, I think we're all really looking forward to it, and it's good to see play out at Canley, and high level play of as you just mentioned, Robert playing well and Trevor on another triple here. The lawns are playing quick, and we'll be looking forward to bringing it on when we get to it. Should be a great event, and looking forward to
we'll
having
hope to get lots of people
coverage
watching
as well. Yeah.
November.
I think that's one of the best things about having the MAC at Canley is, and also in Australia. I know we hear some, they're not so much complaints but observations that the conditions in Australia are always tough, and I think that's not something when we're playing at top level in Worlds and Max, that presenting tough lawns is the true indication of, being a team being able to win, or an individual being able to win in really, really tough conditions. And I know Chris Clark's a big fan of this, is the ultimate. And I'm sure that's exactly what will happen when we get to November. With the lawn preparation at Canley's been terrific, and they know what we need. We need, fabulous hoops on, what do we call them? Indifferent surfaces. Surfaces that play no favourites. and that's just the best.
The other thing is here, these lawns are maintained by the volunteers.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
And Kevin is one of those, and also Owen Dickinson and Lester, and they're all heading over to Adelaide to play in golf croquet later this week.
They'll be able to critique. How unusual for a croquet player to critique other people's lawns. That'll be strange, won't it?
No, they've had a lot of rain. Their lawns aren't up to much at the moment.
No, well, Pete and I played at Hyde Park about 4 weeks ago, and wow, the Hyde Park lawns were amazing, but more's the point, the hoops, and I think that was indicative. The South Australians delight in presenting absolutely perfect hoops for events. It really shone in the last couple of days over the bronze and silver medal, or gold and silver medals, pardon me, down there, where I think some players might not have liked those hoops in the first day or two. Some upsets there. And congrats to Barry Hayden. What a solid performer from South Australia. Just to lose out in the playoff was tough, but that's the way it goes. And to Brett McCarty for pushing through and really fighting for that spot. So it was good. But yeah, be great to see what happens.
Apparently the water was lying on the courts and they had the super soccer out, so that would have added to the difficulty. So we're enjoying dry conditions here, and hopefully tomorrow as well. Now, Trevor looks very smooth here, doesn't he?
Yeah, that is a cracking little rush from Trevor against Roger Bird. I'm afraid that Roger may have struggled to have taken croquet in this game so far. So pretty efficient from Trevor. And it's good to see some nice, clean play. It's why we all come out to watch. Croquet like this is truly, truly lovely to watch. And there's not many who get into quite as steady and smooth rhythm as Trevor does when he's really on.
100%. It's beautiful to watch when Trevor's playing his, as you say, in his groove, and with that huge mallet, he still manages to make everything look very elegant and very deft. It's great stuff.
Of course, Trevor's one of those who's been playing since he was very young. So a lot of
I think it was in utero, natural. Wasn't it?
Probably.
So this is where he came a little bit apart against yourself, Trish, but he's managed to get the rush this time and has elected to just rush blue into the middle of the lawn, going towards Benoit.
It's very rare that Trevor gives the balls back once he's got all of them. He's generally goes right around, and he's very experienced at peeling. Oh, now, did I just give the commentator's curse?
You did.
Oh, dear. Oh, sorry, Trev.
So Trevor just a little frustrated with that one. Yeah, tough one to see. You know, when a player is playing that well, you never like to see them be disappointed with a shot. So unlucky from Trevor there. We'll watch Roger get a shot and get a go.
Roger will be very surprised to have been handed this opportunity.
I think so. Doesn't seem like he's too close to the lawn either.
Here he comes. No, he would have been watching from a distance, and he didn't even have his mallet with him. Roger's another one that plays with a wooden mallet. He's had that same mallet for years. Both Trevor and Roger would have had to travel from Country Victoria to play here. Roger's from Maryborough and Trevor from Kyabram. We often get people coming to Cairnley to play from country areas. Nice
Roger's
shot,
hit in.
Roger.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
So taking croquet, and he's got a bit of a lawn setup. I'd say yellow's in a pretty decent spot, nearish to hoop one, or nearish to rover. He'll be able to play on from here.
All right, and we'll say goodbye to Rosie now, I think, Ed, and Pete's coming on.
Yeah, I'm back here, filling in for Rosie for a little bit.
Hello, Pete. Yep.
Hello, Trish.
Hello.
Yeah, well done in your game, Trish. Hello, Trish. Can you hear me?
I don't think it was. Yes, I can hear you, Pete.
Yep.
I don't think it was so well done with that. So many chances. I should have perhaps held on to it better, but I'm pleased to have been able to at least make some hopes.
It looked pretty tidy to me, Trish. It didn't look easy out there anyway.
Oh. It's a little bit windy. Mm.
Trevor's clips, is this some peels done and a breakdown, not a finish?
Yeah, so missed maybe a 1.5 yard dribbler at fallback, so was just tickling down to his load at fallback and skated past it. Don't know if there was some hill or not. He was quite disappointed with the shot, or expressed his disappointment with the shot. So yeah, may have been a factor, that affected the shot. So it, has given Roger a chance to take a break back and get himself a bit more position in this game.
Quite a long hoop he's had to go at, but
fortunately, yeah, hasn't succeeded in.
He did play it quite soft. It looks like he was trying to get a bit of control on, get a rush on that yellow.
So Trevor might have left the court area as well. He probably expected Roger just to be in for a little while.
So who's your next opponent, Trish?
I think it's Roger.
Okay. Oh, you're on a bye. Okay, got you.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I think it's Roger, and then the only other game I'll have is Josh. Have you seen Josh at all on screen?
Yes, Josh.
One.
Yeah, there's Josh now on the other court. Okay, so Trev's up there. He's probably gone to make a cup of tea, and now he's had to drop that and come on out. There he is. I'm not sure where the balls are for what he's looking at there. One near hoop 6. Don't know if he's got a very long roki. There's a nice swing from Trev.
No, yeah, nice controlled pace. He has a couple of swings, Trevor. He has the controlled roquet and then the absolute spank pace roquet, and they both work. He's flitting between the two sometimes, trying to hit them as straight as he can.
Yeah, the spank pace hasn't been working for a while, so he has been doing quite a lot more controlled ones.
Yeah, more parts, yeah.
Yeah. I think the shot was longer than it looks on screen. It's just a little bit foreshortened. I'm not sure if Roger hit that. Looks like he may have missed with red.
Yeah, I think it slipped by.
Ooh.
Gives Trevor another chance. It's quite a short brokey with black on yellow. And he nails
Good
it.
shot.
That's good.
So, yeah, pretty straightforward couple of croquet strokes. Similar position to where he was before he broke down. So should be able to, well, we'll hope to do better this time. It was interesting, Peter. Trev chose to play a similar selection of shots during his triple as he did against Trish. You know, playing the short roll, putting a ball at rover and getting a rush on partner again, which he did quite well. However, ended up only rushing it sort of into the middle of the lawn rather than taking it down behind partner. Sorry, behind his load at fallback. So clearly liking the look of that roll, and he's played it more effectively there, getting the rush to in front of the hoop. So pretty steady in here.
Yeah, he did join us in the commentary box earlier, and I never got him to ask him that question about that line-up play. I did ask him about his hoop run at Penalt. Was the second one any different to the first one? Because the stroke looked a different pace that he played. He said, no, they were in a pretty similar position. The second one might have been slightly easier, but he did say he did play it softer in the second attempt.
Yeah, okay.
Well, this all looks pretty comfortable for Trev this time anyway.
Yeah, he's keeping this quite a lot tighter. Now to just make sure he can clean it up and finish the game strongly, or stronger than, you know, as strong as it can be without finishing his triple. He will be disappointed about that one, unfortunately, as any player would. Oh, that is, very tight.
Besides the two put downs in the games, he's looked pretty solid, Edward. So he's
looked really good. Yeah.
He's building quite well for the event to get himself in shape for the finals if need be.
Yeah,
yes,
as Rosie
he did
just
say that he felt a bit rusty.
Rosie just mentioned before that yourself and her were playing in Adelaide a few weeks ago, and Trevor was in that event as well and looked in good shape there.
You're playing with good confidence, and it's he's never not normally. He's always playing quite well, but he has some. Sometimes his roquet's not on all the time, and sometimes he's not that comfortable around the hoops. But he seems to have been stringing a lot more together without those popping up. So if it only happens now and then, and he can iron them out, he's back to being pretty dangerous.
That's a nice finish.
And that Roger, I haven't got any points here for Roger, but I think he did run hoop one, didn't he? Before he missed that. Okay.
Well, that is another good confidence boosting win for Trevor there. He will feel a little bit disappointed, as any player would, not finishing the triple. It's when you're that close and you don't succeed. I know that I struggle with that a little bit, but when you're in a tournament, pick yourself up and get on with the next game. So good to see Trev play throughout the rest of the tournament. Try and get onto another game as that one's finished. Yeah.
They did say that 2.25 hour game time limit allows them to get through 4 in the day, which is good. So we've got plenty more happening for the day.
Yeah. So this is round 2 now, is it?
And Trevor's had a bye, so effectively,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So effectively, Trevor's got one more for the day with his bye that he's had.
Right. Very good.
So on the screen at the moment, we've got Josh.
Here we go. So we've got Claire Bassett on the lawn against. Can't see who her opponent is.
I think it's Lois. I think it's Lois.
Oh, is it Lois?
Oh no, it's Andrew. No, it's not Lois. It's Andrew Wooden.
It is Andrew
Wooden.
Okay.
All right. Well, Tim's here, and I'm a good mate of Andrew's, so I can slag him off terribly. Hi, Edward. How are you?
Very well, thanks. Good to see you back, Tim. Claire trying to pick up a break from some balls looser around the court.
Hello, Tim. It's Tricia Devlin here.
Hi, Trish. How are you?
You're Andrew's friend, aren't you? I have met you down here.
Absolutely, yes. I am Andrew's friend. We both played in the 1980s, and then both had an extensive period off and come back about 4 years ago, and Andrew's doing a heck of a lot better than I am.
I'm sure you've got time to improve.
Good shot from Claire there.
So Claire's just hit the blue with the black. Anybody know where the clips are?
Yeah, so it's like she's got a ball on 4-back, blue's on 4-back, black is for hoop 4. So it looks like she's putting blue down to hoop 5, going to yellow here, with red sort of down the lawn, ready for her next shot. So another cleaner game, but just trying to pick up the break. It doesn't look like she's got a good chance of a standard triple. You know, she can definitely pick up the delayed here with a couple more good shots, and that's a really, really good croquet stroke. Not perfect rush on yellow, but she's close to it, so she can get some control around these next few shots, and blue's in a really nice position at hoop 5, so you'd be pretty happy with that one. Claire taking the option of the takeoff here, which is very legitimate. You know, it gives a little bit more safety around this shot. I didn't exactly see where red is. We'll see in just a moment. Yeah, if she's taking that shot, then it means it's quite a nice position, 3 or 4 yards in front of hoop 4. So just keeping herself under control rather than trying a larger roll there, which could put her out of position. So she's taken a most controlled shot and held the rush, and should be on here. She's hit a little bit hard,
long
but,
on.
Yeah, so it's just whether or not she'll attempt the triple. She's got the balls in a position where she can look at it, but needs to get through this hoop and get her break a tiny little bit more under control before she can really go for it. But all in all right position currently. On the lawn behind, Robert's just set up a crosswire around either hoop 4 or hoop 3 back, depending on where he's up to. and he is again jogging around the lawn. You can see in the background, so there could be some excitement in that game, depending on what he's doing. It may be another sextuple attempt, and sort of a reverse tea lady / ladies leave as a cracking shot from Claire. She hasn't got the rush out of the hoop, but she's got all her balls still nice and close and playing well.
She has a lovely swing.
She does indeed, yeah. As we were talking about Trevor, her husband, having played a long time, she also has